Hi! It is currently midnight on April 1st, 2022, which means that it is day 1 of April CampNaNo for 2022. I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to do April CampNaNo this year, or any of the CampNaNos, or even the normal NaNoWRIMO in November, but I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to give myself a bit more credit than I normally do, and see where things go. I'm not going to set a huge goal. If you don't know, I used to be a type of person who would write like 100,000 words every single month, which I know sounds insane to just throw that out casually, but that is about what I used to do. Sometimes I would get upwards of like 300,000 depending on what I was doing that month. And I used to be the kind of person that was writing at least one first draft every single month, as in completing a first draft every single month. And that hasn't been the case for quite some time. I don't remember the last time I finished a book, and I don't remember the last time I was writing more than a couple thousand words a month. But I'm going to see how April goes. I'm going to set a goal for 10,000 words. I'm going to see what happens, and we'll go from there. I will start out by saying that I'm going to be working on 3 books for April. I used to do like 4 books for CampNaNos, and it was always 4 brand new books in addition to my other work in progresses. But this time, instead, I am looking at my list of work in progresses. I am picking out 2 of those, and then I am starting a new book, and those will be my 3. One of the books that I am working on is a romance called Truth in Chains. It's a mafia romance. One of them is The Surgeon rewrite. The Surgeon is book 1 of the Bo Austin series, which is a forensics crime novel. And the new book that I am going to be working on is currently untitled, and it is a vampire romance, I think. I'm not 100% certain at this very moment that it's going to be a romance, but I do know it's vampire, and as it is in my head right now, will presumably be a romance, but I'm a pantser, so I don't know where it's going for sure. I've been sick for quite some time. In addition to my normal chronic illness, I randomly threw up like a week or 2 ago. Leading up to that, I had felt like I was going to get sick for like 5 or 6 days in a row. I just constantly was nauseous and felt like I was going to throw up. And then afterwards, I've felt like garbage since. My throat hurts all the time. I'm coughing most of the time. If I'm not coughing, I'm sneezing or blowing my nose. It hurts to breathe in because most of the time that triggers my cough reflex. This is about the longest I've gone without coughing in days, and even this is with breaks in between takes and whatnot. So I'm not expecting anything super amazing from April. Like I said, I'm aiming for about 10,000 words, and we'll see what happens. Going into day 1 here, yesterday I slept about 2 hours because I remembered that this month here in April would have been Roxy's 11th birthday on April 15th. And I just remembered that casually in the middle of the night, and then was up all night crying, staring at the ceiling, and unable to sleep. Which isn't an ideal way to spend the morning hours, but it is the way I spent mine. And I've slept, like I said, about 2 hours since then. And I'm not tired at the moment, so we're going to take advantage of that and see if I can get any writing done before any morning sadness hits. So I'm going to start with Truth in Chains and go from there. This is like the 3rd or 4th time that I have attempted to write this book, but most of it is brand new words. The scene that I'm on right now, I am approaching a scene that is in the original book, but the scene that I'm on right now is from Elias's point of view and is brand new, so I have nothing to go off of. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll get back to you on how much I managed to accomplish tonight before I go to sleep. So, see you at some point. Alrighty, so it is 1:21 in the morning, and I haven't really accomplished much at all in Truth in Chains. Yesterday, previous to April, sorry, that's Willow laughing. Yesterday, I wrote 3,398 words in Truth in Chains because I could not sleep. And today I've written a little over 500. I'm currently at 29,768 words in the book total, and I will get you a complete number on what I have written today here in just a second. So 502 words, and that is the extent of it. but it is more than I thought I wrote, so that is something. But I'm gonna call it there for the night. I'm not really tired. I doubt I'm going to sleep well tonight either, but I am going to, at the very least, turn off the lights and lay down and go from there. I might see you later on today with another update, depending on if I continue working on Truths and Chains or switch to the Surgeon, or if I start writing a new book today, but we will see, and I will keep you posted. Alright, I just got in from doing animal chores outside, so my glasses are a little darker than usual. They're lightening up now that I've got a light on in here. But it is currently 6:41 p.m. on the 4th day of April Camp Nano, and I wanted to go ahead and give you a little update. Yesterday, the 3rd, I felt like garbage. I did a little bit of writing in Truths and Chains, but I don't have an exact word count for you just yet. I still have to open that on my tablet because that's where I was writing and get you an update. But on the 2nd, I worked on the Surgeon rewrite, and that was 1,018 new words, which brings my total for that book up to 4,172, which is exciting. I'm making progress. That is something. Truths and Chains is also going relatively well. I am currently writing a scene where Elias is the point of view character, and if you've been around for a while, you already know that he is the one I struggle the most with, and I do what I can when I can. But that is all the update that I can give you right now. I can hear Nala at the gate in the living room, and she is trying to break it down in order to play with Kinney, and that is a little more dangerous than I would like it to be. So I gotta go, but I will see you with an update for the 3rd and the 4th here in a bit. Alrighty, it is 11:12 p.m. on the 4th, and I just sat down to finally open up Truths and Chains and see what I did yesterday on the 3rd, and I wrote 190 words there. So at the moment, I am just a hair under 30,000 words in the Truths and Chains rewrite. I'm at 29,958 words. Things are going mostly well. Like I said, I am on a scene from Elias's point of view at the moment, and I do struggle more with him because I haven't known Elias for as long as I've known Vito. I've been writing Vito in some form or another since 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. Back when he was first created, it was in the Grim Reaper series? No. Rise of Viper. And he wasn't a huge role there, but he did start making appearances in my other books from there on out. And then eventually got his own book with Vito, and then they had another book that I started but didn't get very far into just because I didn't like the way things had gone, because I specifically ended the first book in a way I didn't want to in order to appease readers online. And so that's all scrapped and will maybe be fixed at some point, maybe won't. We'll see how things go. But here on the 4th, I haven't done any writing yet. I have a little under, or a little over, I suppose, 45 minutes to do some writing for today. And so I'm going to do that, and then I will see you for an update on that and an end of the video thing. So, see you in a bit. Alrighty, final update for the 4th. Originally, I said that I was going to work on a new vampire story this month, and I still might, I'll be honest with you. I have a weird relationship with writing right now, so I do have a habit of starting new things, losing interest, or being unable to go forward, and then stopping them. I still have some things that I believe are contributing to that, and I'm working on them, but it's a task. But instead, I have started a different book that I am very interested in at this moment. It's a romance involving, this is going to be very niche, romance involving ranchers hunting for dinosaur fossils. That's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and work on that. That's what I worked on for the last half hour or so, and I wrote 316 words. Not as much progress as like I used to make in that amount of time, but it's something. And at this point, something is all I can ask for. My little boy over here is very sad, so I'm going to stop recording here, see if he's just sad because I'm talking. Sometimes that upsets him, especially at night. And I need to go let Weston inside, and then I think I'm going to write for a little bit longer. I have some sanctuary stuff to tend to, which, speaking of, if you don't know, I do run a sanctuary. He is a sanctuary dog. He has cerebellar hyperplasia. That's why he walks with his head tilted off to the side and walks in little circles and stuff. Willie has CHF, congestive heart failure, and separation anxiety, beginnings of kidney disease, and is on a prescribed diet and 4 medications. And Weston, the one who's outside right now, has megaesophagus, and that's a time-consuming disease. He has to eat upright 3 times a day and be in the chair for 30 minutes after each meal. And in addition to dogs, I'm also going to eventually bring in special needs cats. They're going to have like a building where they each have their own bedroom like my current cats do, instead of being in cages for the rest of their lives. And I'm going to bring in chinchillas and sugar gliders and stuff like that. And right now in my room, I have room for one more small pet that takes up a big cage that includes sugar gliders, chinchillas, degus, probably a guinea pig I could fit in there. And I think that's it. At this very moment, as we are speaking, last night I spent most of the night preparing transport for a chinchilla, and I'm currently being blown off by the owner. But she's living in a travel cage. It's very small. She deserves better, or else she's prone to depression and fur chewing. So I would like to rescue her if the owner stops blowing me off. If you want to help cover transportation fees, you can donate to the sanctuary with any of the links down below, PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. And once I am approved for nonprofit status, those donations may be tax deductible, but at this very moment, because I haven't finished filling out the forms and I haven't applied because I don't have the money to do so at this moment, at the moment they are not tax deductible, but they could be retroactively in the future, and if that is the case, I will send you a receipt for any donations you may make. But if you feel like helping a sanctuary animal, if you feel like helping provide rescue to future sanctuary animals, the links are down below, and I appreciate that very, very greatly. I also appreciate the sharing of those links and my mission and anything like that. Eventually, once my website is fully set up, I'll drop that down there below too, so you can stay updated on all of that. But it's a process, and Willie's separation anxiety has been really, really bad lately, and so I don't have a lot of time to do things that aren't tending to him. But that's all I've got for the first 4 days of CampNaNo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you through the rest of April. And if you are doing CampNaNo, I hope it is doing absolutely amazing for you. And I would love to hear about what you're working on in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.